Yes. Good afternoon, everybody. So we'll start the today's session. That is Unit 1, Session 3, Software Testing. So we have discussed some of the basics in the previous classes, like what do you mean by software testing, some definitions, then some failures were there, what we discussed in the last class. So there were failures, then how to, overcome the failures and what were the solutions as we have discussed in the previous classes. Today we'll discuss about software quality assurance, software testing, and code of ethics. So these are the three topics what we'll be discussing in today's session. So what do you mean by software quality assurance? What do you mean by software testing and code of ethics? So first we'll discuss with software quality assurance. Software quality assurance, as you know, you'll be using commonly called as quality. I want a good quality pen. I want a good quality book. What do you mean by quality then? We want what you call quality in the sense, what you can call, we want a book which is used for a longer period of time, or we want a pen which we can use for a longer period of time. A good pen, what you call, a good book, or a good CD, what you can call, or a good any mobile phone, for example, a phone which you can use for a longer period of time, a quality, what you call. So the quality is a word commonly we use that everywhere, wherever it is, maybe a book or maybe any products when you buy, for example, milk also, a good quality milk also, there's a various types of milks are there. Yes, a good quality milk, what you call, a good food, what we call that. So like that, so quality is very important parameter in every, what you call, in any item, what you call it, be item or a product, whatever it is. So same way here also in your software, quality is very important. So how can we measure quality here? So quality, what you can call that, we want minimum number of bugs. Yes, so minimum number of bugs, if the number of bugs are minimum, then we can say your software is of a very high quality, what you can call it. Yes, fine. If we have to deliver quality software as per the customer's requirement, we need to be quality conscious throughout, from the beginning of the project to its completion. As we know, there are various phases in the software development life cycle, what you call requirement phase, design phase, coding phase, testing, and maintenance phase. Yes, so in every phase we need to check the quality there. Quality will not come only by doing testing there. So you need to identify whether requirements are correct or not. Test, that is to check the quality. You check whether your design is right or not. You check whether your coding or program is right or not. You check whether there are no bugs or not. So testing has to be done, or testing, what you call, testing will not be done only in the testing and maintenance phase. What you call, testing has to be done in every phase, in the requirement phase also, coding design phase also, coding phase also, so that you can have a, what you call, a product of a very high quality, what you can call that. So that's what the testing is very important phase, what you call. The more quality means the higher the quality, what you call, the higher the testing, the quality will be very high, what you call. So the testing is very important. The testing will tell you whether the software is of a high quality or what you call a poor quality, what you can call. Yes, fine. Yes, next one. Yes, then software quality, in every organization or every department, we have got a software quality assurance team is there, or software quality control. Sometimes we call SQC, software quality. In every, even in our department also, in technical education also, we are having a quality control. Software not software quality, quality control, what you call, to check whether the classes have been taken properly or not. All those things, there's one team is that. So in every product, maybe a production department, software development department, a manufacturing department, a marketing department, any department you name, there is a software quality team is that. Whether they're doing their job properly or not, they need to check it there. So there is a separate team is there for software quality there. Even in civil engineering, software quality team is there to check whether the design or plan or engineer, what you call, the design they do is properly or not that. Estimation, everything. Yes, software quality assurance addresses the various mechanism to be implemented to prevent defects in the software. What is the responsible of the software quality team? The software quality team, the responsibility is to prevent any errors or bugs or defects in the software. That is the main aim of your software quality team. Yes, the main aim is to reduce the number of bugs, what you call. Next, software quality assurance encompasses all phases of development. It is applicable to all types of projects, and it addresses all the people associated with the project, including the management. So software quality team or my assurance will not check only the testing team. It is implied for all the phases there. It is implied for all the phases, whether it is requirement analysis, coding or design, any what do you call testing. So the software quality assurance team will what do you call is responsible to check the defects or the bugs or mistakes in all the phases of your software development cycle, and including the project management team there, whoever is involved. So for them also it is going to check it. So it is not what you can call, it will not check only the testing phase. The software quality is responsible for all the phases of your project, what you call. So the main mission or aim of software quality assurance, we want the software of a very high quality. To get a high quality product, so there should be minimum number of defects or zero defects, what you can call that. It's fine. That is about your software quality assurance. Next. Yes. Now the software quality assurance with respect to testing phase. How the software quality assurance is applicable for testing phase? In the testing phase, we need to rigorously test the software and find out as many bugs as possible. Yes, so that we can confidently deliver a good quality product to the customer. So what do you mean by rigorously? Rigorously means continuously. We need to do testing again and again. Do the process again and again. Repeat the process again and again, so that what you call the testing will identify more number of bugs and there will be minimum number of defects, what you call. Yes, minimum number of defects, what you call. Yes, that is the main aim of testing. In the testing phase, we need rigorously, repeatedly doing the testing again and again, so that we will have minimum number of bugs, what you call. Yes. So minimum number of bugs is nothing but higher the quality, so that we can confidently deliver a good quality product to the customer. That is the main aim of software quality assurance team. Testing is a highly specialized activity. The testing professionals need to have special skills and they need to learn many tricks of trade. So we think testing is a very easy task. No, it's a very specialized activity. There are so many tools are there. So you need to learn the tools, then only we can do testing. Testing is same as equivalent to your software developer there. So software development is one part of the work there. Same as testing also is one of the tasks, and test engineers are there. Testing engineers are there. They do testing. So it is very highly specialized activity. Skilled persons are required. Anybody cannot say that I will do testing. No, they cannot do it. They are professionals, or what you call, they're skilled to do testing there. They are professional. They need to have special skills and they need to learn many tricks of the trade, you can call. So testing skills they need to learn. Only they can do testing there. Anybody cannot say that I'm going to do testing. Only the test engineers or the professionals who are expert in the testing can do testing there. Yes. So only the test engineers can do testing. So software quality assurance has to ensure that in the organization there is a what you call test engineers are available who are going to do the testing, what you call that. Yes, fine. Next example. How many people are involved in testing depends on the type of project. You're developing a software project. So the project may be for 6 months, whatever it is, 6 months for example. So there are different phases are there. Software development is there, requirement analysis is there, what you can call coding is there, testing is there. So how many people are involved in testing? So maybe a team of 4 members or 5 members, that depends on the project, what you call. So in general, see what happened in Microsoft Corporation, the ratio of development engineers to test engineers 1:1. If there are 1 developer, there's 1 test engineers. If there are 10 developers are there, then 10 test engineers are there. So 1:1 they are following. But in some other companies, it may not be there. In some other company, in NASA, they are following 1:7, what you can call it. 1:7. So in NASA Space Flight Center, the ratio is 1:7. That is for every development engineer, there will be 7 test engineers. See, why they are doing? So in NASA, see, for 1 developer, there are 7 test engineers. So the lot of testing is being done. Why? It's a very, what you call, NASA is a space agency in which there should not be any, what you call, 0.0001% also, there should not be any error. If small error is there, it may lead to a big blunder, as you have seen in the previous examples. So because of that, what you can call, so for 1 developer, there are 7 test engineers. So testing is very, very important. The more the testing, more the quality of your project, higher the quality of your project. So it depends on the organization, what you can call. Yes. So that is about your software testing, quality assurance team, what you call. Yes, fine. Next is code of ethics. What do you mean by code of ethics? So every profession is having some, what do you call, ethics are there. Ethics means what? Somebody, can you tell me what do you mean by ethics? What do you mean by ethics? Can somebody tell me?
Rules.
Yeah, maybe a rules or guidelines or moral values, what we should do. So what we should follow in our daily life. Students has got ethics, engineers have got ethics. Yes, every profession or every individual have got ethics. Students, the responsibilities of the students. Like for example, you're coming to the college, your parents have sent you to the college, you should attend the classes. So those are the ethics. Obey your parents, obey your teachers. Those are the ethics of your students. So the responsibility of the employer, he has come to the office to work. He has to work, what you call. So that those are the principles. You cannot miss the work, or you cannot escape by doing the work. That is against the ethics. Same here also. Every profession has got the ethics. Here also, what you can call software engineers, or what you call also, are having the ethics. As your professional ethics, your profession means the person who is expert in his domain. We call him as a, what you call, profession. Like engineers are profession, doctors are professional, we call like that. Yes, that is what we call. Yes, that is what. Yes, so that is profession, what you can call. Yes, fine. So some software engineers, out of ignorance, do many illegal things. Like for example, even you do, for example, in your classes, you're writing the test. What is the test? Test question paper is given for everybody. You're writing the test. At the same time, you are helping others. Sometimes you show it to others, or sometimes you copy from somebody else. That is against ethics of you, against ethics of your the students. You should not help others. You're writing the test. It is for testing your individual. Even you should not copy also, and you should not show it also. That is against the ethics. Same we hear also in the software industry. What happened? Sometimes you have written the code. For example, you have written a particular program, and what you can call, and somebody, your program is shared to somebody else. You may be given to your friend, and your friend may sell it to some other company. So that is again illegal, what you call. That is against the ethics of your profession, software ethics. So you have developed the code, and you are working in a particular organization or a company there, yes, and they are paying you there. Already you are being paid for that, yes, and you have written the code for a particular company, and that code is a confidential property of that particular company. You cannot share that. You cannot share to somebody else. It is wrong. It's against the ethics, what you can call it. So that is what this against the ethics of your software engineer, what you call. Yes, that should not happen, what you call. So that is wrong. For example, you may come across an engineer who sends the code written by him to a friend working in another organization. See, that is wrong, what you call. Yes, that's I told you, it is wrong. So that should not happen. That is against the ethics of your software engineers. That should not happen. Then this person is not aware that the code written by an employee is the intellectual property of the employer. See, the code, you are working in an organization, yes, and they are paying you for the work, and that code or the program what you develop, it belongs to the particular organization. You cannot sell it to any other organization. That is wrong. That is illegal. That you are against the ethics, what you call that. So that is about your code of ethics, what you call. So you should not, what you can call, you should not write or you share the code to somebody else, what you call. Yes, fine. Next, some engineers, out of fear towards their employer, do unethical things, maybe to fear or to make money. Yes, somebody is offering money for that. Yes, so what happened? You written the code for this organization and you're selling the code to somebody else. So that is again illegal you are doing. So that is unethical, what you call. You are testing software for a medical equipment that will be used in intensive care unit of a hospital. See, for example, you have seen the example, what is that, a failure? Which is a failure? CT scanner. So that was a failure. So what happened? So due to some hardware issue, what happened? For every, when the patients were being scanned, so after every 20 patients, one patient was being dying. The system was restarting. due to error. And what happened? So the ultraviolet radiations were exposed to the human beings, and hence one patient was being died. So what happened if you do some mistake, or if you do some unethical things? So suppose if you are developing the software for what you call as ICU, now it's very important. ICU is very important nowadays. ICU or oxygen, these are all very important. So if something mistake happens, a small mistake, so it may lead to the loss of life for it. So such things should not happen there. Unethical things should not happen there. So small mistake can make a big blunder there. So that was an example what you've seen in the software fiascos, a CT scanner. Small mistake, something happened, technical issue. So what happened? So many people, after 20 people, they lost their life, then they were able to identify the bug there. So especially medical equipments and all, you should be very careful what you call it. Then the software still has bugs, but the manager asks you to declare that the software is okay. Again, sometimes what you call due to time constraints, what do you call? So usually what happens, the software development life cycle, testing is the last phase. So more time they take on development and all, development, coding and all, and less time will be given for testing. So during this testing, you are unable to identify all the bugs. So the manager will tell you, so the deadline has come, you just justify that there are no bugs and hand over the project. Also, what you call, transfer the project, deliver the project, something like that. So this is again against the ethics of the tester, what you call, or software engineer. But there was a time constraint was that, but you are telling that there are no bugs in the software. So that is again unethical. This is what usually happens sometimes due to time constraint. So your deadline is that. So first of, for example, June, you need to submit the project, and you're reaching at the end of the month, and there's no time. So you need to submit your project. So you declare that the software is, you certify that there are no bugs in the software. So it happens usually sometimes. You do it, yes, by force or by situation, by time, you are forced to do it. Yes, that is what. So these are all unethical practices, what you call. We should not do it, what you call. Yes, fine. Yes. Then what will you do? Suppose in the same criteria situation, your manager is asking you. So one example is the AC. If you say the software is okay, you may kill a patient, and if you say the software is not okay, you may lose your job. So manager is telling you to declare that your software is what you can call having no bugs, but you are not happy that you identified there are bugs in there. Now suppose the situation comes, now your manager is telling to say that your software is okay. If you say that your software is okay, what happens? Yeah, but the software is not okay, but you are telling that the software is okay. And if you say so, in the ICU or the medical equipment, the patient may lose a life. Yes. Or if you do not, you tell that there is a bug is there, or the mistake in the error is there in the software, then the manager may terminate you. So what you will do in such type of situations? You are in a dilemma situation, whether to tell there is a bug in the software, or whether to tell there are no bugs in the software. If you tell there are no bugs, the patient may lose his life. If you tell bugs are there, you may lose your job. It's livelihood problem there. So here, it's very important that you should take a proper decision, you can call. In such situation, the code of ethics provides you the guidelines based on which you can take a decision based on what you think is morally correct. So here, in this situation, in dilemma situation, whether to say software is correct or whether to say software is not correct, you should follow the guidelines or the code of ethics of your profession. You are a software engineer, so you should take a decision. You may lose a job, but if the patient's life is lost, he cannot cannot recover his life then. So you should take a decision. You may declare that software is not okay, but at temporary you may lose a job in that organization, but there is definitely you may get another job. You should take a proper decision then. So that is more important, So you should follow the code of ethics, That's fine. Yes. Next, keeping in view the important role played by software engineers as professional, ACM and IEEE developed a code of ethics and professional practice. Every organization, they have developed some code of code of ethics, or guidelines or ethics for every organization, like IEEE, Institute of Electrical Electronic Engineers, or Institute of Computer Engineers. Yes, so every Institute of Engineers what we are having. So all engineers comes into one organization. So like that, we are having separate what you can call organizations are there. They are given the guidelines for their own engineers. So for in general, for all engineers, we are having institute of what you call engineers are there, where all engineers come under that particular umbrella. Or for electrical engineers, there's one group is there. Computer science engineers, there are some group is there. Or civil engineers, they form a particular group. Or even organizations or companies or medicine, what you call pharmacists, everybody, they what you can call, they have formed the organization and they have given some code of ethics. Yes, so they need to follow it. Yes, if they do not follow, then you will be in a particular trouble. So every organization or every department, what you can call, has given their own code of ethics. Institute of Material Management, Institute of Science, for example, you are having Indian Institute of IAC. So they also are given some guide code of ethics. Ethics are given. That is what we need to follow. Every software engineer involved in development, testing, management, or related function must follow this code. So even software engineers are having some code of ethics. Doctors are having the code of ethics. For example, the patient is dying. So can a doctor give him a pill or injection to kill? No, you cannot give. That is against ethics of doctor. That's all. So this code helps you in understanding what is ethical and what is unethical in your profession. What you call this? That is the code of ethics. What you call it? This code helps you in understanding what is right and what is wrong. So that is about your code of ethics. What you call it? Yes, fine. Just we shall go through the things what we have discussed once again. Just we'll recap the things what we discussed in today's class. Any doubts? Anybody, anything you want to ask? You can ask me here. Anything?
No, sir.
No, just I'll recap the things there. Yes, fine. Once again. So in this today's session, to discuss about software quality assurance, software testing, and code of ethics. What we discussed there. So under software, software quality assurance, in every organization there is a team. Yes. So they are responsible to improve the quality of the particular software there. So they have to develop the software as per the requirements of the customer. What do you call it? Yes, as per the requirement of the customer. Yes. So the software development, the testing or the quality assurance team is not responsible only for what you call testing. They are responsible for all the phases of your software development life cycle. What you can call this. Fine. That is what we discussed. So that is software quality assurance or software quality control or software quality team. In every organization there is one team, so they take care of all the phases of the development life cycle. What you call then. Yes, so that is what we ensure quality at every stage of development. So quality has to be checked at every phase, like for example, requirement phase, co-designing phase, coding phase, and so on. So quality will not be what you call tested, emphasized only in the testing phase. It will be tested in every phase. What you call that. So it is responsible of the quality engineers to ensure that they develop the software of a very high quality. So there should not be any, or there should be minimum number of defects. That has to be what you can call, there should be zero defects. Actually, the what you call the software which is of high quality, you can say that it is of zero defects. What you call this. Fine. Next, in the testing phase, we're going to do what you can call this is what we're discussing about software testing. So what is software testing? Software testing is nothing but what you can call, you're going to do the testing phase repeatedly, rigorously, until you find the bugs. What you can call, until you find the bugs. Until the minimum we find the bugs, and the bugs should be rectified. The aim of test engineers is to identify the bugs. Then who are going to rectify the bugs? Who are going to remove the bugs? After the test engineers, when they identify the bugs, the what you call the bugs identified will be sent to the developer. What you can call. So they are going to what you can call the software developer. They are going to remove those bugs. What you can call them. So that is the aim of test engineers is only just to identify the bugs, not to rectify. So rectification or to removing the bugs is a person who has written the code, the developer. What you call that. So he has to remove those bugs. Again, after removing the bugs, again the file will be sent to the tester. The tester will check again whether there are any bugs or not. If there are no bugs, then the file will go to the next phase. So that is what the testing happens. The aim of testing is to identify the bugs, not to rectify them. That is what the testing is going to do. We do the task repeatedly or rigorously. It's fine. That is what the testing is there. So it is a very highly specialized activity. Yes, and need to have special skills, and they need to learn many tricks of the trade. Yes, fine. Yes. So example, how many test engineers are deployed in the organization? It varies from organization to organization. It varies from application to application there. So in Microsoft, they're applying 1:1. As in the special defense organization, for example, in NASA, they're applying for one developer, they are applying 7 test engineers. So it's, as it is very, very sensitive issue or defense organization, a specialist, a special agency it is. So they're applying 7 test engineers. So here the testing is very, very important because of that, what I can call it. That's fine. Then, so we have discussed about the ethics, code of ethics. So everyone should follow the code of ethics. Everybody in whichever profession he may be there, he may be a doctor or an engineer or a teacher or whatever the profession he is at. So everybody need to follow the ethics there. So software engineers also should follow the ethics. So they should not do any illegal things. So as example, as you've seen, if the code you have written by yourself, and if you're sharing the code to some other organization, then that is an unethical activity, what you call. Yes, fine. That is about what you call the ethics, code of ethics. Yes. Then, yes. Next is the same things you discussed here. Yes, so software engineers, so out of fear towards their employer, sometimes we do unethical things. As you've seen an example, you developed, you're testing a medical equipment, and there are bugs in the what you call equipment, which is the equipment which is used in ICU. If you tell that there are no bugs, if bugs are available, but still you tell if there are no bugs, then the patient may lose a life. And if you say there bugs are there, then the manager may terminate you there. So in such a situation, what happens? You should take a proper decision. What you call? Well, you should follow the proper code of ethics. Whether which is right and which is wrong, you need to take a decision there. So that is about your code of ethics there. So what you should do? Whether if you say that software has got no bugs, then the patient may lose. You may kill a patient. Or if you say that the software is okay, you may kill the patient, or if you don't say the software is not okay, then the manager may terminate you. So in such situation, you should take a proper decision, what you can call. Yes. So like that, so every organization, they are having given, every organization, they have defined their code of ethics, like Institute of Engineers, IEEE, ACM, or computer science engineers, mechanical engineers, Institute of Material Science, and so on. So many organizations are there. They are given their own set of guidelines are there, and every profession, or whichever profession they are, they need to follow all these guidelines. Yes, fine. So these are the things what we need to discuss. Yes, that is about today's session there. Any other things? If you are having any doubts, we can discuss it here. Yes. Yes, any doubts? Yes, any doubts you have?
No, sir.
No doubts. Are you following? Are you following the things?
Yes, sir.
You're following the things?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Following the things.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. So we shall wind up today's session, and again we'll continue the next session in the maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. I will let you know whatever the things. So we'll continue that. So then with this we'll wind up the session. Thank you, and it's fine.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
One of you can Sangeeta is there? Sangeeta or Kirtana?